Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hello dear colleagues. In this video inshallah we will learn how to deal with the CBM website, how to add the students' names and how to put them into groups to make it easy for the students to find their names. After that we will learn how to copy the link the students are going to use to take the test. So the first step, I go to the CBM website, which is app.easycbm.com. After that, I type the username and the password. In case you don't have the username or the password, you can contact me on my WhatsApp. My number is 0563 times 08462 times 05666 You can contact me anytime to take the username or the password or for any extra information, inshallah. Once I type the username and the password, I sign in. After logging in, I will have this front page. Here we have the dashboard, the students, measures, reports, interventions. For now, inshallah, we'll deal with the students and the measures. If I click on the students here, it will be empty if this is the first time you deal with the website. But here we have some added names. But if I log into another account, for example, let's say Mutawwirun Boys, because I already deleted all the names to show you how to add them again. Here I have no students at all, and also I added these groups now, but if you use the website for the first time, students will be empty and groups also will be empty. Okay, now I want to know how to add the students. I go to admin here, then I scroll down until I find student records. On student records here we have three options. The second one is upload student roster. I click on it. Then I'll have this page. In this page here we have a table. Under this table there's a link. Click here to get a list of your current students in CSV. CSV, this is the file format you're going to download, and it's very important. It's very important when you add the students to this file to save the file in the same format, which is CSV. And inshallah I'll show you how to do this. Here we have CSV, comma separated values. So when I save the file, after adding the students, it should be in the same format. Once I click on this link, I will have the file downloaded here. So I go to the download folder and open the file. Now I have opened the file. We have about 8 columns here. If it's the first time you use the CBM, you will just find the heads and the sheet will be empty. But if you worked on the CBM website last year, you will find the names you have added. The first thing I'm going to start with is the student ID, and as we said in the training, the student ID doesn't mean the Iqama or the national ID. It's just a unique ID I give to each student, and if I duplicate the ID, the file will not be uploaded to the website. So what I'm going to do is just to type the initials of your school, for example, Mutawwirun International Schools Boys 001. Then I will drag it down to generate the student ID automatically. Here I go to this small box here. Then I click the mouse and drag. I have about 152 students, so I'll drag until I have this number. Okay. Then I need to fill this cell. Here we have the last name, but it's better to write the first name here because on the website they start with the last name. So to make it easier for you, you can replace the last name with the first name. And there's another idea. Also, it will make it easier for you to write the grade of the student in front of the first name. For example, 2A Ahmed Ali. For example, you can write the first name and the second name, and here you write the third and the last name, or just the last name, Al-Ainazi, for example. The grade, here I just write the number, I don't write any letter, just 2, 3, 4 to represent the grade. So for grade 2 I will only write 2, don't write any letters here. For the gender you can leave it empty, or you can write M for males or F for females. Special education you can write unknown or leave it empty. Also for the other cells we can type unknown. For English learners you can leave it empty or write yes or no, but okay, or just Y. Here Y instead of yes, or an N instead of no. Or you can leave them empty. The most important columns are student ID, last name, first name, and grade. You can just write these 4 columns and that's all. Or if you want to have your file completed, you can write M for male, unknown, 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 and then Y for yes. Sure, you're not going to type them one by one. If you have the students in another Excel sheet like here, you can just copy them. Here I have the first name and the last name and the grade, so I can copy them. Then I paste it on this file. Okay, for the gender here, for example, I don't need to write all these M's. I'll just write the first one, and I go to this black box here and double click on it, and I will have all the cells completed like here. So if I go down, I'll find everything is ready. Now I have the student ID, the last name and the first name, and I told you that it's better to write the grade in front of the first name to make it easy for you, and you will see that when we go back to the website to upload this file. Now I filled out all the data needed in this file. Then, as you said, it's very important to save it as a CSV file. I'm going to delete this because I use it to just copy and paste. Here I have the file, it's completed. Then I save it, save as, and here it's important to save it in CSV. We have 3 CSVs here. We have MS-DOS and you have CSV Macintosh. We need this comma separated value, so I save it on this format. Then I give it a name. Yes. And close the file. Save. Save it again. Yes. After saving my file in the CSV format, I go back to the same page I downloaded the file from. I go to admin, then I go to student records, then upload student roster. I scroll down until I find here this, choose a file or browse or whatever. From this I browse and choose the file from the place I saved it in. After that I click on import student roster. Here we have the file. I already picked the file, and I should make sure that it's in the CSV format. Otherwise the website will not accept it. If everything is fine with your file, when you press on import here, you will receive this message. The student roster was uploaded and processed successfully, and you will have some details here. The number of students were added, the number of students were deleted if you have previous students on the website, the number of students were updated if you change the name or the ID of the students. So you will have all the details here. If there is a mistake in your file, if you have duplicated students or duplicated IDs, you will receive a message with the error. So you should read the message carefully and to know where is the mistake and to fix it and upload the file again. Now if I go to students, I'll find all the students here. I uploaded about 152 students. And here we have the grade to make it easy to put the students in on their grades. How can I write the grades here? I click on this plus here, the green one. Then I type the grade I want. Then I click on the green button again. So I will have it here. So I go to grade 2, for example, grade 2A. Here we have, I click all the students with the 2A here. Then I go to 3A and do the same. So I repeat this step with all the grades. So all what I need to do now is to repeat this step with all the grades. I select the grade. Then I add the students to this grade by selecting them. For example, for A, I just select, or for B, I select the students, and all the students will be added to this group. Now the website is ready for the students to take the test. How can the students take the test? It's so easy. Simply, I go to measures and copy this link and give it to the computer teacher or the one in charge. The students needs to click on this link and select the grade, select their names, then they select the tests. We have 3 types of tests. We have professional math winter and professional reading winter and a vocabulary winter. So the students are going to take 3 tests, but they're not available now. They will be available on the mentioned date on the memo from the 25th of December until the 28th of December, inshallah. But as we said before, I can assign some tests for the students as a drill by going to measures, and then I go to measures here, then I go to progress monitoring, then I choose the grade. After that I choose the test. We have reading, professional reading, and we have professional math, and we have vocabulary. These are the 3 types of tests the students are going to take on the benchmark test: vocabulary, professional reading, and professional math. For example, let's choose vocabulary. Here we have 10 different tests for each grade, for grade 4 and grade 3. If we go to grade 4, here also we have 10 different tests. I can assign them to my students as a drill. All I need to do is to click here. For example, I choose this one, vocabulary here. I tick this box. Then I select the grade. For example, let's say grade 3A. So the students will find it when they use the link. For the professional reading, I think we have about 17 different tests here for all the grades too. So simply I just click on the test I want to assign for my students, then I choose the grade, and here we have the student feedback. The feedback the students is going to use after finishing the test. We have three options: just thank you, or they will see the overall score, or they will have a detailed scoring with all the questions they have answered with the correction, if they answer it correctly, or they didn't do it in the right way. So I recommend this option. So again, I can use the progress monitoring tests to train my students on the benchmark tests. So the benchmark tests are only available on some certain dates, but for the progress monitoring, it's available anytime you want. Just go to measures, then we go to progress monitoring, then I select the grade, then I select reading or math, vocabulary or professional reading. Then I choose one of the tests we have here and just tick this box, and it will be available for each student. There is another way. I can just click on this and print the test if we don't have enough computers in our computer lab. So you can print it and give it to the students as a drill or as a homework, and they can answer it at home or in the class, inside the class. So I can use both ways, the paper-based one or the online one. So here the progress monitoring, it's very important to train our students on it, because after finishing the test, inshallah, we will have the report, we will know where the mistakes and where the deficiency, so we can handle this by assigning more progress monitoring tests for them to be ready for the next window, inshallah. That's all for now. Thank you for your listening. And if you have any questions, if you want to know extra information about the CPM, feel free to contact me anytime. Thank you so much.